you guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a little makeup tutorial. I am always looking for the best new makeup. I always like to try new things and just kind of like switch it up so I don't get bored with my routine. And so today I'm going to be trying the Nude Stix. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about this, but HILARY DUFF recently did a collaboration with them, and she did an Instagram TV video where she kind of did like a tutorial of all the products that they have together, and I absolutely loved the results. So I ordered them for myself, and I'm going to show you guys how I like to use these today and show you what my typical makeup routine looks like now. So if you're interested in watching this, stay tuned. Okay, so it comes in this black box. It says Nude Stix, and you open it up and it has like a little bio on HILARY and like what they collabed on, which is awesome. And then it comes with this little pouch called DayDreamer. So that's the name of the collab. Okay, so once you have that little pouch opened, it comes in these little black containers. So this first one is called Body Language. And so it tells you right here, sorry if I can get it to focus, that it's for the face, lip, and eye, and it's matte, and then it's called Body Language, like I said. So we're gonna open that one up. This one is a little bit bigger, which I like because I use it for blush and sometimes a lip color, and it's double-ended, so it has the color up here and then a brush down here, so that's pretty cool. So we're gonna be using that a little bit. And then we also have this little one, and this one is for the eyes. So we have Night Dweller, Bright Eyes, Prism, and Secret Keeper. And these ones are beautiful. So they're just like little crayon type things. So Night Dweller I've been using on my eyes a lot. Same with Bright Eyes. And then it comes with a little sharpener too, so you can sharpen them. And then this one is called Secret Keeper, and I like this one because it's a gel color and it's lip and cheek balm. So you can use this as blush and on your lips, so that's really cool as well. Okay, and then this one is like the highlight. So it says Glow for face, lip, and eyes, and it's called Half Moon. And this one is such a pretty color, and it's the same size as the Body Language one. Sorry guys, if I can actually get this open. So it's the same idea where it has the color on one side and then the brush on the other, and it's so pretty. So that's all that comes in the HILARY DUFF collection. And then I did order this one because on her video she talked about how she used one of them for contour. So this one is called Tinted Blur Deep 8. So that's the color that I ordered. I ordered it a little bit darker than my skin because I wanted to use it as a contour stick. So it says Nudies right here, Tinted Blur Stick. If you open it up, that's what it looks like. So we're gonna be using that for like our contour. So that's the only one that doesn't come in the DayDreamer kit. I ordered that one on its own, but it's awesome. So I will be linking all of these in the description box below in case you guys are interested in ordering them. But I really like makeup like this, and I've been really excited about it. Okay, you guys, first things first is I'm gonna pin my hair back. I always like to do this when I'm doing my makeup because I have blonde hair and my hair tends to get stained by foundation very easily. So I like to do this first. And then I'm just gonna be using the regular foundation that I use before I start using the sticks. I like a few different foundations, so I will pull those out to show you guys. Okay, so the two foundations I've really been loving is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. It's a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This is in color 04 Medium Beige. And then Too Faced is like my all-time favorite. It's Born This Way. And this one is Natural Beige. This one's a little bit darker, so I mix these two to lighten it up a little bit. When I have a spray tan that's like fresh, I just use this one, but when it's faded out a little bit, I use both of them together. And I'm gonna start by prepping my skin. So I use the Catrice Prime and Fine. It's a dewy glow. So I'm putting this all over before I start my foundation. I really feel like using primer or something to set the face first really helps your makeup adhere and last throughout the day. And then also your skincare really does matter. I've been using Curology a lot, and I really like what they've been sending me. It's like this website where you can put in everything about your skin, and it kind of personalizes your skincare to you. And I feel like my skin has been looking a lot better because of that. Okay, so I just mixed both of these, and I'm gonna be putting them on. This is a Morphe brush I'm using. Okay, now that my foundation's on, I take the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is color Light Medium Beige, which is 27B, and I'm just gonna use this to kind of spot conceal, so wherever I feel like I need it. And this matches my foundation, so it's the same color. And then I just take my brush and just kind of dab that in. And that's just gonna give me a little more coverage if I do have any spots or redness. Okay, once that is on, I'm going to take Fair Beige. This is a lot lighter and this is gonna be for like a highlighting conceal. So I just kind of paint it on under my eyes in this shape. And then I do that same shape right here on my forehead and then down here. And then I am gonna do it on my cheekbones, but after I contour. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just gently pat it into the skin. And this is just gonna highlight these areas and then I'm gonna set them with powder. The sound the beauty blender makes against the face is so funny to me. Once that's done, I'm gonna take this little highlight and contour palette that I have, and I am just going to grab like the lightest shade of powder right here, and I'm just gonna set everything I did with that powder. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Nude Stix in that deep 8 shade. This is the Tinted Blur that I bought for contouring. And now I'm just gonna draw on where I need it. If you are new to contouring, it does look really scary when you're first doing it, but you'll get used to it. I'm just gonna kind of gently draw a little bit around my forehead and then a little bit around my jawline. What I love about this stuff is it's so creamy and it goes on so nice and it blends so well. Whereas sometimes with powders, I feel like it's really hard to blend them in. So I really have been loving this. Yeah? Hey.
You want to do stuff? Are you on the phone?
I'm on camera.
Well, can I say something you not put it in your thing?
Say hi.
Hi. So my friend growing up had these 2 dogs, and I like rescued it from like this guy who I went and put, or they didn't rescue it, I guess it was fine. But there was like this old man in their neighborhood that had to go to the nursing home, so they like adopted their dogs.
Okay.
And they were like super old dogs. I think
what
they're
kind
like,
of dogs?
I think they're like pugs or something.
Aww.
And so we were like young. Me and my like best friends that went to like high school and stuff. We like cast a spell because one of the dogs died. So we like cast a spell on the other dog to live. And the mom just sent me a picture of it. And
it's still alive?
Because she called and she was like, or she sent me a text and was like, I finally know what spells you're casting in my house, because we wouldn't tell her what it was. No. And she said, I finally figured out what spell you to cast in my house, a longevity spell on Mr. Wiggles. I need you to take it off before we move to our next house. Look at him, he's so old. Like
he is done. He's still alive?
Yeah.
How old is he?
Like 30 probably, I don't know, he's old.
Okay guys, so you just saw me blending that in. I was using my foundation brush and I just kind of like blended everything, and you saw how smooth it blended. It doesn't leave any lines and it kind of just gives you a little definition and a little glow. And then what I like to do is I take that light concealer again and I just kind of go under wherever I just did the contour, and this is just gonna chisel it out a little bit. So I take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna tap it in. And this is just gonna give us even more definition. And this step is not necessary. I just like to do it because it's a habit now. So I feel like my makeup routine doesn't change much. I always like to try new products, but I stick to like the same steps. And then I'm gonna take powder and set that. And then I also have the Anastasia powder. So it's like this big thing of setting powder, and if I need my makeup to last a long time, I'll also bake that powder in. But it is already 4:50, so I'm getting ready at the end of the day, so I don't really need my makeup to last more than just a few hours. So if I was getting ready at the beginning of the day or I had an event, I would do that, but this powder is gonna be more than enough for right now. Okay, next up is Body Language. So this is the blush one. So I just kind of like to dab it on in like the pattern that I want to do it. So I'm kind of pulling it up because with blush, you never want to go on like the apples of your cheeks. You want to kind of take it up so that it pulls your face up. And then I like to draw a little bit on my nose as well. And then I'm going to take the brush that's on the other side and I'm just going to kind of blend it in that way. I like this brush, but it's not my absolute favorite. It works okay for the nose since it's kind of small. But for the cheeks, I actually take my regular blush brush and I'm gonna blend it in with that. That way it just kind of blends exactly how I want it to. And then as soon as that is in, I just kind of take my beauty blender and pat around it just to make sure everything's like blending okay and there's no chunks of like blush anywhere. Do the same on my nose. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put Body Language to the side because we are gonna come back and use it. Okay, now I'm gonna use Half Moon, which is the highlighter, and the way I like to apply it is I actually put a little bit on my finger and then just dab it on. That way I have control over where it's going and I'm not rubbing it on and getting foundation all over this, because the first time I did that and you can kind of see, I got most of it off, but there was a little foundation residue because I was just rubbing it on top of the foundation, and that's not good. So I just like to dab it with my fingers. And this just gives you a little bit of a glow, which I love. And then I'm gonna take the brush that's on the other side of this one as well and just kind of work it through. Okay, you guys, so I just did my brows off camera because a few different reasons. My brows seem to be a controversial topic whenever I do them on makeup tutorials. No one likes the way I do them, so I just figured I wouldn't film it. And then also I actually left my good brow stuff in my travel bag and I don't have it, so I had to use stuff I don't really love. So anyway, now I am gonna do bottom mascara. This is L'Oreal Voluminous. I've loved this mascara for a long time. I always do the blackest one. And I do have eyelash extensions, so I don't need to put mascara on the top. You just put them on the bottom. So my lashes are really, really blonde. Some people don't need to wear bottom mascara, but I do because of my eyelashes being so blonde. So this just kind of helps them match the top. So I'm just putting that on first. Okay, now that the mascara is done, I'm gonna go use the eye sticks. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to use, let's do Prism. So Prism is like this really pretty like pinky mauve color and it has a little bit of shimmer in it. And I actually just put it all over the lid. And this just gives you a little bit of color and shine. It kind of is like a dewy feel. And I'm just gonna pat that in like this. I really love wearing this when I'm wearing pops of pink because it really pulls it out, but it's not too intense where it looks like pink eye, which is good because I've had some eyeshadows that are pink that look like that. Okay, so I'm done with that. And then I'm gonna take Night Dweller. It's like a darker green. I never really do green colors on my eyes, but I've actually really been loving this one. Usually if I do eyeliner, I'll just do like a black. But this one just adds a little bit of definition and also gives you some color. So I'm just gonna put it on my lower lash line. And I'm not drawing it on very hard. I'm kind of just like smudging it in a little bit. And I'm not taking it all the way over. I'm just doing like the outer corner and just down to the middle area. And then I'm gonna close my eyes and do the same thing on the top. So it almost is like a V around the outer shape of your eye. And that just makes your eyes pop a little bit more. And then I have this little brush from Morphe. Sometimes I'll take the smaller end of it and just kind of like blur it in so it doesn't look like too harsh of a line. And then since I left the outer corners out, I'm now gonna take Bright Eyes, which is like a light taupey color. And it's kind of shimmery, and I'm gonna put that in the inner corner, up in the top and the bottom. And this just kind of really makes your eyes pop, gives it a little extra something. And when you're doing eyes, you want to put darker colors out here and lighter colors on the inside creases. So I'm just gonna blur that in, and I'm gonna blur it in with the darker one so that it all blends okay. And then since I do have eyelash extensions, I like to take a little mascara wand and kind of brush them as I go, just to make sure I'm not getting any product on them. And then with the Bright Eyes, you can also kind of go above your lip too. And that's gonna give you a little bit of a sparkle right there. Okay, now that I'm done with the eyes, I'm gonna go back to Body Language, which I used for the cheeks. And I'm just gonna run it over my lips for a little color. And that's just a little bit of the base color. And then I'm gonna take Secret Keeper and I'm gonna go over it again. All right, you guys, so that's about all that I do. I'm now taking the Morphe setting mist and I'm gonna mist this all over to set everything in place. This is my favorite setting spray ever because if you use one that has like a spritz, a lot of times it goes on too chunky or like too much in certain places. So I really love using that one. So now I'm just gonna do my hair, but I've already done a video where I do both of those. This was really just like a makeup tutorial. I wanted to show you guys my routine and what I've been doing lately. And this is basically it. So let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you have used the Nude Stix, let me know what you think about them. And if you are interested in ordering them, I will put them in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.